who'd done it.
No, your penis just your penis is just an example of how much you hate your parents.
You have
You're scapegoating your penis.
Well, just issues with authority in general. The parents are the ones that chose to do the procedure, Kevin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, don't blame the doctor.
Now, also, do you have any other sort of obsessive-compulsive traits? Do you sort of wash your hands a lot and that sort of thing?
No.
No?
How you doing in school?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm getting B's in
Yeah.
most of my classes.
How's the dating going?
I don't date yet.
Mm-hmm. And do you consider yourself an angry person?
No.
Yeah? No? I'm hearing some anger in his voice. All right, Kevin, here's the deal with your foreskin.
Okay.
It's gone, and I think I would learn to cope with that. I think these issues don't pertain to your penis. I think you have issues, and you're sort of channeling that energy right to the end of your penis. Now, Lord knows I channel most of my energy into my penis, too, but it's not an emotional thing.
It's a different
pure
way.
manipulation.
It's a mechanical thing, yeah.
Absolutely.
And the reason I was asking him about obsessive-compulsive traits is that people with certain obsessive-compulsive disorders that I have seen tend to get these strange preoccupations, males, strange preoccupation of the genitalia, the strange feeling, sensitivity, they describe it as, and they keep worrying about it and obsessing about it. And it's part of the biology of OCD sometimes.
I can't even feel my penis unless it hurts.
It's because you desensitize it regularly.
Out of touch with it?
No, he's in touch with it all the time.
No, but it's like an earlobe.
It's
but you
like
don't know it's there.
calloused.
It's callous, please. It may be scarred emotionally, but it's not callous, Drew. Kim.
Yes, I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Dr. Drew, I was just wondering if you could elaborate on, like, the exact causes of eating disorders like anorexia and bulimia.
The exact causes?
Mom took you to ballet class when you were 3.
Yeah, one of the ways. There's many. It can be symptomatic of probably several different psychiatric disorders, and it is its own entity unto itself.
Okay, but you've said, like, over-involved parents.
Yeah, we often, we tend to create sweeping generalities on this show, and one of the common syndromes we hear from is people who've had very intrusive parenting. It may look like a perfect family on the outside, but in fact the parents don't let you evolve as an individual, and they get very intrusive, involved, and sort of overbearing with the child. And the symptomatic of that is that you go to ballet when you're 3 and piano when you're 4.
How are your folks, Catherine?
My folks were great.
Yeah. You grew up around here?
Yeah, I grew up in L.A. I was born in England and raised here.
What high school did you go to?
Our Lady of Corvallis.
Oh, you went to Corvallis?
All-girls
It's a
Catholic
hot
school.
all-girls school. It's up Laurel Canyon.
It was.
I almost got an apartment directly across the
I
street
bet.
from Corvallis.
When you were 30.
No, I was like 20. Yeah, okay. So what? I was 30. No, because they closed it down and turned it into some sort of like a Berlitz school of something.
Some Japanese thing.
Yeah, but it's this great school. All these great-looking Catholic girls in checkered skirts.
Oh, that's
and,
where you developed that preoccupation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to develop it somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. It was right above Ventura, up Laurel Canyon there. I knew a bunch of girls who used to go there. What year did you graduate?
Well, I can't tell you that.
Why not? Who cares? You look great. You can say how old you are when you look good, can't you?
86.
86.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We'll talk during the break.
We know,
yeah.
we know some people.
Knew a lot of girls that went there.
I thought you looked familiar.
No, I was. I tried to get a janitorial job there.
Yeah.
So
$6 an hour. It's all I could afford, Drew.
What's
Where's
up-
the hi-hat, engineer Mike?
What's up with you, Kim? Why are these concerns of yours?
Well, I also have OCD,
Yeah.
obsessive-compulsive disorder, and I was
Right.
told that a chemical imbalance of serotonin
Yeah.
could also be the cause of
Of the
things like-
OCD, sure. But the other setting in which you see eating disorders is in sort of more significant characterologic disturbances, people that were abused in other ways, maybe more overtly. And
I was also sexually molested
yeah,
when
and
I was very young.
and that's the other setting we see eating disorders, sort of two ends of a spectrum of abuse, two different extremes of a different kind of abuse. And so the OCD, the eating disorder, and probably you've been told maybe you have a borderline personality. Is that
I've never been told that.
okay? That's a common thing in people with those sorts of histories.
So what should she do?
Stay in treatment. You must have somebody watching you. I mean, somebody who's come up with these diagnostic impressions. Stay with them.
Claudia, you ever have an eating disorder, Catherine?
Yeah, actually, when I was modeling.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, see?
Yeah,
I asked the
not a
uncomfortable
good- not a
questions,
good
but it
place
pays
to
off
be,
once in a while.
yeah.
Yeah, how long did you have that for?
Probably on and off for about a year.
Yeah.
I went,
That's right.
went over to Japan, and everyone is, it's all about being skinny, even if you're...
It's not really an eating
18
disorder. Then.
pounds,
It's just like
Well, it's a
Well-
pitfall of the. Well, of course it's if you're
Yeah,
throwing up,
if
it's an
you're
eating
throwing up
disorder,
and,
right?
Pigging out and then throwing up.
Oh,
And,
you were doing the
it's
bulimic
ugly,
thing.
yeah.
How'd you beat it?
Just, I think just working on myself and just getting my head back in the right place and realizing that that's not, what it was all about. It was a bit of a struggle, and it just took some time, some just growing up time, I think.
how old were you at the time?
19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Never had an eating disorder. Drew, do guys have eating disorders?
Yeah, much
guys
less-
just get fat,
No,
don't
it's
they?
much less common.
Common, yeah.
Why is
But
that?
they do. They do.
They don't have the pressure? Society doesn't put the pressure on them?
Presumably, it's some gender issue, yeah, social issue.
I've seen some guys around who really could use just a little bit of pressure.
Guys get it. I've
that.
seen it. They get it.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
All right. But that's from drinking too much beer or something, isn't it?
No, they get it.
No, because I've thrown up many a time myself without being sick, but it's usually because my body was expelling some poison. Claudia,
Hi.
now you're 21. You're on with Catherine Bell.
Oh, hi, everyone.
Hello.
I have a question. I have a big problem. One of my closest friends, her boyfriend, whom she's been going out with for about 4 years, is cheating on her. And I know this, not because I've slept with him or anything like that, but because his best friend told me in like a drunken state. So he wasn't like...
All right, I've had enough of that culture.
Oh,
I don't like these third-party ones. My
Yeah, but aren't you
friends,
going to ask
friend.
the obvious, which is why is she so interested in this guy?
Why are you so interested in this guy? No, she hung up?
Claudia?
No, see, she hung up, Drew. What are you going to do? Don,
Yeah. this
you're
is Tom.
18. I haven't hung up on anyone in a long time. And Drew, why do you pick that call? We're going from an eating disorder to some
Looked like a-
third-party thing.
It,
Please,
it
Don,
didn't look like a third party thing.
you're 18.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I called in about a week ago, and you guys I asked for some advice on asking out a girl,
Uh-oh.
and it was a real beautiful girl I was asking about it, and Adam, you said, go. Next day, ask her out.
Uh-oh.
So I got up in the morning, gave her a call, we went out to eat. It's gone pretty well so
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, she's saying the advice worked?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
The advice worked then. It paid off?
Absolutely.
So she went out with you, and you've been going out ever since?
Yeah, I mean, so far.
How many dates you had? It's pretty good.
I don't know, maybe 3 or 4. We went and seen Fiona Apple together.
Yeah, what,
2 days ago, actually, huh?
how old is this girl?
She's 18.
Mm-hmm. Have you been making out and stuff?
Somewhat. Not really.
No?
I mean, we haven't done anything other than that.
You've been kissing with your tongues?
Yeah, somewhat.
Have you?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's important that you establish that early on.
Why?
Why? Because
Avoid
otherwise
the friend,
he's just taking her
category?
to Fiona Apple.
I see.
You understand? You know what I'm talking
What about,
right?
a little patience, a little time,
Yeah, that's good.
Couple dates.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to sleep with someone on the, first date or even the 5th date or the 10th date, but you have to establish that it's a physical type
It's
of
more than just
relationship,
friendship,
that it's
right?
more than just goofing off.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Otherwise, you wasted all this time. And
Well, I'm just saying...
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm
that's what
saying.
he's
You're
saying.
right.
Basically, why
Thanks,
bother
Drew.
if it's not going to go there, right?
No,
No, but the guys have a horrible fear of being stuck in the friend box.
No, here's what I used to do. Back when I wasn't as much man as you see before you. The kind of guy would come in last in a jet ski competition. Kind of guy would blame his parents for everything.
The circumcision thing.
Right. I would be the kind of guy who, when I was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 45, just up until like last
Yesterday?
June,
Oh.
I would say to women who I knew really didn't want to go out with me, like let's just say you're single, and I'd say you're way out of my league, right? So you don't have to nod.
Right.
You don't have to nod feverishly at everything. I'm looking at your husband right now. I don't know what happened. I'm guessing some kind of roofies or something. What? I don't know how he got you, but the point is, I wouldn't ask you out straight out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say, "Hey, Catherine, how about we take in a little dinner and a movie and maybe some dancing afterward?" Because I know you'd say no. I'd say, "How about I come over and like change the oil in your car, or come over and do something around your house?"
Show
in which
you,
case,
just display your prowess.
no, I would work my way into her lair. You see?
And this
So
would work?
I would say, how about I come over sometime and like do some stuff around your yard? In which case you'd say, yeah, all right, whatever. And then I'd come over and I'd start doing stuff around the yard, and then I'd say, boy, it's hot. How about we go out and like get a smoothie or something? You go, yeah, all right, you worked in the yard. I'll buy you a smoothie. And we'd go out to get a smoothie. Meanwhile, I'd have this like succession of little outings and stuff. But you would just think I'm a nice guy who's working on your yard, and I would think we're going out. That's why I would plant one on you right after the smoothie.
Right after the smoothie. I was going to say, when were you going to work in the...
I would probably work it in, probably within a date or two, or an outing or
Those aren't
two. It's not
dates.
really dates. Yeah,
How
I would
often
try
did
something.
you get slapped and...
It never worked. It
Smoothies
never
in your
worked.
face.
Never worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the direct approach works.
I think it would,
Much
but
better.
I could never muster the gall to do that. Drew, what about yourself? I know you had huevos the size of Montana when you were a kid, weren't you?
No.
No?
No.
Yeah, good looking,
Quail
going
eggs.
to that great school of yours, folks, doctors, well on your way. You didn't have that?
No.
No. Okay. All right, why don't you pick the next call, Drew? We'll go to break.
Brad, let's see. Brad is 31. Friend has asked him to have a threesome with he and his wife.
Okay, this is good. All right, I'm going to pose the same question to Catherine when we come back.
Hi, this is David Spade, and when I'm driving around listening to the radio, if there's absolutely nothing on any other station, I listen to Loveline with Adam and Drew, because I'm naughty.
Yeah. When was he on? Like a week ago?
Yeah.
All right.
He was so well behaved.
You know why? I've heard him on a few shows now. The poor guy's whooped.
He's like afraid. Yeah.
Either that or he's on the weed.
No,
he's
no,
not.
David.
He may be on the weed, yeah.
No.
He may be. It's all celebrities. Farley and all those guys hangs out with. No, he's not whooped emotionally. He's tired.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
He's getting dragged from thing to thing. He's on a million shows, and he
busy guy
just
right now.
sits there and behaves himself. It's kind of nice. Drew, you shoot me if I ever get that way, though, won't you? Catherine Bell is here. She is from JAG. JAG airs Tuesday nights, which would be last night. But don't worry. There'll be another Tuesday coming up in like 8 days. And it's on at 8 o'clock on CBS. It's on its third season. She'll be going into her second season, or is going into her second season.
In the middle of?
And you basically just, you look good in that uniform, you solve crime, you bust sailors, and it's you can't miss with this show. Drew, I suggest you start watching JAG like I do.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Absolutely.
Settled.
You were saying during the break you shoot in Valencia, is it?
Yes, we do.
What's there?
Magic Mountain.
But you don't...
I drive by it every day. I never get to go there. No, it's just well, it's kind of cool for us because we have a lot of desert shots, a lot of Hummers stuff, and the desert's right there.
But where do you do stuff like if you do stuff on an aircraft carrier or something?
On stage, we have pretty much a ship built inside a stage. We have the bridge, and we have all the hallways and corridors and little rooms. And aircraft carriers, a lot of times, will shoot like at Van Nuys Airport, something like that. They paint it to look like.
They would paint like just a big parking lot or a big tarmac to look like the
Paint it
tarmac
black,
of a
put up
aircraft
a piece
carrier.
of a carrier, bring in a couple of fake jets, and there you go.
And you don't have a taping day. You just shoot all week long, right?
All week long. Yeah, it takes 8 days to shoot an episode.
And is it
Working days.
Like real long days?
Anywhere from 12 to 16 hours.
Oh boy,
And
that's a deal
we don't
breaker.
get breaks. We don't get hiatuses until
But it's one.
May.
Oh really?
Yeah, we get like 2 months off.
That's why we have the greatest job there is.
You're getting destroyed.
Really is.
Yeah, you especially, Drew.
Especially me.
Especially
I understand. I understand
Okay,
it.
good.
You have to keep rubbing it in.
No, I understand that. But you get to sit around and eat and read your script and look at the paper and all that stuff, right?
A little bit. It's actually a pretty grueling schedule because they'll light. You'll have 10, 15, 20 minutes while they do that, and then you go and you shoot, and then you have a little time again, and
But you don't have to keep doing changes, right? Because you're always
Well,
in
we're
that
pretty
uniform.
much in the same uniform. Yeah.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
very wise. See, I could never do that because I couldn't remember any lines. I'd have to sort of
Now, what do you seem
improvise
so
everything.
overwhelmed by having to read it?
Teleprompter?
You seem so do you have teleprompter?
Do they have cue
No, I'm
cards or
saying
anything?
you would have to have it on. No, they don't have cue cards.
Why not?
Could you imagine? That'd be terrible.
Why?
Because you'd be like an idiot. Just
Well,
I could act with a cue card.
Then people like Adam could have a job.
Yeah.
Well, then we should work on that.
All right,
we'll work
then.
on getting you some cue cards.
Look into that. And I'd like some for the show, too. Brad,
Yeah.
you're 31. What's going on?
Hey, I love your guys' show. I listen to it every night, except, of course, when you're not on. And I even turn off the TV to listen to you. So
Thank you.
yes. I guess you already know what my question is.
Friend has asked him to have a threesome with him and his wife.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Who, the friend's wife?
Yeah.
Or your wife?
No, I'm not married. My friend's wife.
Okay, you're the third party.
That's correct.
And are you thinking about this?
Well, like I said, I've listened to your show enough times to know that this is probably one of the worst ideas
Yes.
ever to get involved in something like
So
this.
that means he's going to do it. He knows it's a bad idea, yet he still has to hear it from us.
Well, listen, eating an entire pie is a bad idea. It doesn't mean it can't be a good time.
It's not.
Yes,
yeah,
thank
but
you,
when it
Drew.
affects, we've never
touche.
said that people
Fine.
could not enjoy the experience. We've said that it has an emotional impact that people don't really identify or recognize, and it will have consequences.
Yeah.
These will not be your friends after you're
Right.
done.
Well, I guess I've fantasized about it, and of course, she's a very, very beautiful girl, and I wouldn't mind it. But I'm wondering how I might talk to my friend and bring up the subject that just him asking me if I would be interested is kind of a red light.
Yes. Something's
might
wrong.
be going wrong in a
Yes.
relationship.
That's true.
That's more what I wanted to.
You don't have any attraction to him, too, though, do you?
No, not at all.
No. But I would still find that distracting.
Now, what is your intent here? Why don't you just turn tail
Oh,
and
can you
run?
imagine me and you together, Drew? Can you imagine the humanity? Oh, please.
You might have just scared me right there with that one.
Oh, jeez, I would be laughing my ass off the whole time. Oh, that would be horrible. All right, so wait a minute, Brad?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What's so funny about that,
I just
Catherine?
was picturing it. I don't know. It just
You're really like Drew and me tagging out, maybe a little high five.
Oh,
Well, why couldn't you just use my penis? Thank you, Mike. All right, so you're attracted to the wife. You're
Yeah.
not attracted to the guy because you're not into guys.
But why are you going to get involved with
No,
their
he's not going to
problems?
do it.
But yeah, but he wants to explore what the problem is in their relationship. I mean, why does that matter to you?
well, he's my best friend.
Okay.
I've known him since we were in
All right.
junior high
All right.
school.
All
you
right.
definitely shouldn't do it.
Yeah, definitely
Oh.
don't do it.
Yeah.
But give them an opportunity to talk about what's going on in the relationship and why this has come up and what's going on with them, and then kind of stay out of it. Stay out of it. I get this eerie feeling that you're really interested in his wife.
Well, it's the
Brad,
way he put it.
Brad, no. That
What?
you're really interested in her.
Because Brad's lonely. Brad, you don't have a woman, right?
No, I don't. Thank you.
No, and it's been
Adam
some...
picked up on that real quick. You must have some experience with that.
It's that high pitch in the voice. I don't know what happened to guys. If guys don't get laid for like 6 months, their voice goes up a couple octaves every 6 months. They don't get laid. Eventually, they start sounding
Screeching.
like
Seagull or something.
only dogs can make out what their sentences are.
Well,
So-
the whole thing would be that she wouldn't actually know it was me.
No, Brad, look. No,
How's
please.
that? Wait a minute. What do you?
What?
Oh,
How's
please.
that work?
You would wear a mask?
No, she would wear something over her eyes. Evidently, she's made up a list of men that she would be interested in. I went as far as to ask my friend,
She made up a
Are you,
list.
are you really okay with this? This...
Whose
I
idea was
very-
it? Was it hers or his?
He told me that it was both of theirs.
Yeah. Well, find out whose idea it was.
And that's as far as I've been able
Well,
to
she
get
made a
with it.
list up.
Yeah, after he'd been pounding on her for 3 years, so we have to do this, and she set up the criteria.
Well, knowing her, I think it was probably more her idea, but I don't really know.
All right, Brad, you need to find yourself a woman and stay out of this
Yeah,
relationship.
this is a
It's
very,
volatile.
very volatile, chaotic mess, and you get in the middle of that, you're going to be very sorry. Really, just stay away. You give an opportunity to talk about it, but don't go any further than that.
All right?
Let them handle it.
One quick question
Oh,
for
boy.
Dr. Drew. Is irritable bowel syndrome a chronic condition?
Yes,
It is.
yes.
What's that mean? Oh,
Spastic colon.
that is a deal breaker on the threesome front right there. I don't need some guy with a spastic bowel coming in the room and disrobing and mounting the old lady. Because, listen, when you're getting in a threesome, you're doing nothing but staring at ass the entire time. Oh, could you imagine?
Oh.
What a volatile combination. The
Irritable
threesome
bowel.
in the irritable bowel syndrome.
Crazy couple in the irritable bowel.
Oh, boy.
Irritable bowel, basically, for people to understand, it's recurrent, intermittent diarrhea and constipation and abdominal pain. Some people get headaches. This guy gets abdominal pain.
No.
Improve with bulk agents, antispasmodic therapy.
Now, if I was going to get involved with a threesome, I would have all parties cleaned out completely. Not only externally, but internally. Full flushing.
Oh,
Like
colonics thing.
before a marathon or something.
Yeah, not even a colonic like that day. I would start the green
Months.
tea diet like let's say a month beforehand, and just have them living off of let's say matzah and green tea. True, or maybe those rice
Brown
patties
rice,
or something.
maybe?
Brown rice, right? And then no food at all 2 days before the sex act.
Wow, you got this all worked
and
out.
I would wrap them with saran wrap and put them in some sort of
Antibacterial.
scrub them
sprays
down
and
real
things
good, and I'd
mhm.
shave them clean.
All right, here we go.
Eyebrows, everything.
There we go.
Sounds sexy.
You've been married for a while, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's working out pretty good. I can see that too. Your husband, you drag the guy everywhere. He comes. He was at
He's my best
the
friend.
boat race. Oh, please! I hate that talk. There's got to be something wrong. There's something up with this relationship. It's. What's he got? Some sort of. He must know something about you. There's some sort of blackmail involved here.
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah. I. What does he do
Size
for a living?
12 feet. Oh.
Struggling. He's a writer, right? In the business?
No, he's not.
Not in the business.
No, well, he was in the business, and he's kind of in the business again.
Is he behind the scenes guy?
He was behind the scenes, and he's getting in front of the scenes. now. So,
Where'd you meet him?
we met on a movie set.
Wow, and he
Yeah.
he was working on the movie.
He was working on. It was funny because you were talking about that earlier and being brave and asking women out. He was the one guy who did not hit on me and kind of hid way in the back, and I kept going, "Who's that? Who's that cute guy?" over
that's
there?"
the
And
PA.
I went after him and asked
sorry.
him out, and
Oh, please! I can't believe that. And this crap never happens to me.
And your point?
All right, Drew. All right, we got to go to break. Drew,
Oh.
why don't you sell the next call?
Jeez.
Marie has an injury scar on her crotch that swells and it hurts during sex. All right, so from the frying pan into the fire here.
Hi, this is Andy Dick from News Radio, and you're listening to Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Yes, you is. And we're here with Major Sarah McKenzie and Dr. Drewski and Adam Carolla. Show's Loveline, phone number 1-800-LOVE-191, fax number 310-854-4455. Save Ferris next week, 7 Mary 3, Marcy Playground. Joey Lawrence will be in, finally. I've been saving up for him, Drew.
I bet.
Oh, boy. I can't wait to hear that follow-up CD. Woo! Does everybody have to have a CD? All right, Ann, I'll stop. But does everyone need to have a CD? That's my only question. What happens?
And a book.
Oh, wait a minute. We're doing a book.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
That means the CD will follow, huh?
At least we're smart enough to get someone to write it for us. You know what I mean? It's not like these guys get someone to sing. It's not like Shatner got, Buddy Holly to sing for him, although I guess he was dead. Anyway, Catherine Bell is here. She's in JAG Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock, CBS. She's really a dream woman for me. Drew likes blondes.
He's telling you something.
really,
No, I know. That's how I mean it. It's total respect.
Wow. Thank you.
That's it's how I like him. He got that. Drew likes blondes. He likes the dizzy blonde look.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. You'd think, you'd think he'd go for that more
Being a
European
doctor
look.
and- right?
Yeah.
No, huh?
No.
Yeah, I'd peg you for a blonde sort of
No.
guy.
Not at all.
Wow.
Yeah, Drew likes the blondes with the fake boobs, the huge fake boobs.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, chew gum
real-
and the
yeah.
big long nails with the unicorn decals on them.
Little rhinestones.
Yeah, and they pronounce vagina virgina. That's what Drew likes. But not me. I like that Italian look. That kind of look that you could bring home,
To Mom.
And you wouldn't get crap either. Okay. You got a sister or anything?
No,
Serious?
no,
No.
only child.
Okay. How old's your mom?
She's she's beautiful, actually.
I'll
Wow.
bet. She's got to be. Or I'll just move on to your dad. Marie,
Hi.
you're 22.
Yep.
What's going on there?
I have a scar right where my leg meets, like, my crotch area.
What do you mean a scar?
A scar from an injury.
Okay.
And it usually is flat, like normal scar tissue.
Uh-huh. Well,
Every once in a while it becomes inflamed.
what kind of injury do you have down there?
It was a cut. A pretty deep cut.
Oh, cut. Oh, hold on a second, Terrell. Wait a minute, she's got a scar.
A cut caused by a cut. That's so rare.
I don't even know what that is. I can't put that together. Drew, could you draw that out for me?
Maybe we better ask her again.
Scar caused by a cut.
Cut maybe by like a sharp instrument or something?
Something sharp?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going for something big and bulbous, filled with sand.
Okay, that probably.
Possibly made of velvet or felt.
Clay.
We have the world's dumbest listeners, Catherine. They really are. No matter how obvious the question is, they find a way to work around it. Scar.
So what happened that you were caused to have a cut down there?
What caused that injury?
Bicycle accident, 12 years old.
Oh, boy.
Car accident?
Bicycle
accident.
Yes.
All right. Okay. And it never keloided or anything like that?
No, it wasn't a big deal. It was
Okay.
just a deep cut, one
Okay.
stitch.
All right.
No big deal.
Okay.
When I was about 17, it got inflamed, like inflamed scar tissue. And I was afraid that something might be wrong, so I went to a gynecologist. And she checked everything out and said it was just inflamed, probably my lymph nodes may be a little bit swollen if I had a cold or something. And because it was right in that area. Every once in a while, maybe 2 or 3 times a year.
Hold on. Marie, are you in the tub?
Yes.
Really?
How did you pick up
Now
on
we're
that?
getting somewhere.
What did you hear?
I can smell Mr. Bubble coming through the microphone.
What did you hear?
I get a feeling when
Wow,
a woman is in a
good.
tub.
Anyway.
Hold on a second.
He wants to know more about the tub.
Oh, God.
Are you naked in the tub?
No, she's fully
No, I'm in my swimsuit with my best friend. Yes, I'm naked.
All right. Okay. I could have worked with that as well.
What you're planning your evening?
I can't go in a tub without diddling myself. I really can't. Because your head is right against your crotch when you're sitting in a tub, if you think about it.
Ours is pretty deep.
Yeah, but you're not standing up in it, right?
No.
All right, you're slumped over. All right.
Come in.
Come in.
It's my husband.
Wow.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm in the tub because it hurts, and it only feels good to soak it.
Right.
It hurts to wear underwear,
my.
and my jeans rub on it. And I've worn a Band-Aid over it, so it doesn't rub.
How long has it been inflamed like this?
Excuse me?
How long has it been inflamed like that?
About a week or so.
Well, the hot bath's a good idea. Again, it's the kind of thing that I would have to really be able to see to know exactly.
Right,
what
it's
to do.
not like pussy or infected.
Yeah, but it could. I mean, scars can get inflamed very easily. It's not normal tissue. They can pull apart, and when they do, sometimes they come inflamed, and then they can get secondarily infected. The cellulitis could develop. I mean, it's something to go get taken care of, go get looked at. The hot bath, a great idea for starters, but if that doesn't do it, there may be some creams they can put on there, maybe an oral antibiotic.
Would it be good? I'm just wondering because I don't have health insurance right now.
Yeah.
Like to put like a Neosporin or
Yeah. Go ahead and start with that, but and keep it free of irritation if you possibly can. Okay.
So don't wear underwear.
Yeah.
All right. Where's that loofah, Marie? Is that in Plainview?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you make any kind of sound for us?
Is that good enough for you?
Yeah, that'll do.
All right.
Between that and Catherine, that'll be set for the night.
All right. Thank
All
you,
right,
guys.
I'll have to put you in that tub later on when I get home, Catherine. Not, just emotionally.
The image.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll make an appearance.
All right.
I don't take baths. Drew, do you take baths? You don't take baths. There's not enough time.
No, you know what?
Right.
My kids take them every day, and sometimes we run out of hot water. So if we do, sometimes I'll use it when they're done.
They don't pee in the tub?
Probably.
Probably do.
Well,
Actually, not anymore. We meticulously take them to the toilet before they go in the tub.
Really?
Yes.
I don't think you should take that away from a kid. That's part of being a kid.
We have 3 of them.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot.
They're all they're 3 of the same age, all doing the same stuff. So I mean,
all peeing in the tub.
yeah. So they just take their turn at the toilet and they get in.
Right. Okay. Catherine, you take a bath or a shower?
I mostly take showers, but I get in a little hot tub.
Oh, you got a hot tub? Oh man.
After work.
Oh, that is so
He
good.
has to finish this show.
Oh, sorry.
You're naked in the hot tub, right?
Well, of course.
Oh, man. You ever put the jet anywhere weird? You know you've tried.
I'll never tell.
Oh, boy. It's a part of my past I don't like to talk about. I'd like to take a bath at my house, but my tub is like so fouled. It's just it's got weird. I clean out paintbrushes.
I was
going to
say, it's 'cause
like
you
stuck
soil
on my
it.
tub.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in such bad shape. And my
That one
tub
downstairs. Isn't there one down? No, it's the shower downstairs. Yeah. Okay.
the guy took the crap in the tub upstairs, but not in my bathroom, in the other
How
bathroom.
about that story last night? Wasn't that something?
Yeah, last night some kid called. This is brilliant. Some kid calls. He's got a girlfriend of 13 months. He's like 17 years old. She's 17 years old. He loves her to death. She'll never let him inside her house. Right?
Why?
Drew, don't interrupt if the story's going along fine. She doesn't want... Nick just won't let him. And he's become very suspicious. So he takes the key out of her locker when she's not looking. I guess her house keys. He goes and makes a copy of one. Puts the keys back, and now he has the copy. Now, she goes out of town with her mom, and he uses the key with his friend to go check out the house one night. Finds a bathtub filled with feces.
No.
Yes, no water running in the house, and feces.
Oh.
Toilet's filled, too.
Toilet's filled. No. Well, I guess you'd go with the toilet first before you got to the tub.
It's also bizarre.
You never
what
know.
they were up to.
A big tub full of feces.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
so
bad.
I guess he broke up with her, hopefully.
No.
Nope.
It didn't seem to faze him too much.
Yeah.
That's how 17-year-old guys are.
I guess so.
The penis takes precedent.
Yeah.
Patrick.
Yeah.
You're 17.
Yeah, I went on vacation to see my friends again in Florida, because I used to live there. And I found out that they're really big into getting high every night. So, you know, I'd never done it before, and I decided, well, I'll just go ahead and try it. Well, the first few times didn't work for me. Didn't get high, didn't get anything from it. Then the third time...
The third time, you mean the same evening?
Well, no. I'd say I did it like 2 or 3 nights in a row.
Okay, third night, all right.
Yeah. So by the third night, I just totally was tripping big time.
Did you hallucinate?
Well, I don't know. I just had like I guess maybe the normal parts where you could hear voices and you get real thirsty and stuff like that.
Your voices would not be on the spectrum of usual experience from marijuana.
Unless the voice was like the ones I hear, which is, hey, Adam, get off the effing remote.
It was just really weird. I had a real bad experience.
A large dose of marijuana is hallucinogenic.
Yeah.
So it's possible you just got a larger dose. And there really does seem to be some sort of priming properties with pot, that the first couple times people smoke it, usually, in fact, nothing does happen. And for people who are prone to the addiction to marijuana...
I think it's because they don't know how to smoke it right.
That has always been my suspicion.
Because they take that big mouthful and then spit it out.
Really, it's too reproducible a phenomenon. And the people...
I don't know, but the inhaling, the act of inhaling is not a real natural one. It takes a little getting used to.
Right. But the people who are going to become addicted typically need a couple of exposures.
Yeah, it did take a while,
right?
And this was an unpleasant...
I know what's going on in that hot tub.
This was an unpleasant experience, right?
You're going to drown in there one day.
Yeah, I mean, I really didn't start getting the hang of it until the first time I got high.
All right, it was an unpleasant experience.
Oh, yeah, because, see, the thing is I'm also epileptic.
Oh.
I have a minor case of it. I haven't had a seizure for like a year and a half.
Are you on any medication right now?
Yeah, I'm on Dilantin right now.
Dilantin.
I'm on the lightest amount of medication you can take, too.
What, 100 milligrams?
Yeah, 100.
Okay.
I take one in the morning and one at night.
All right. Well, that's 200 milligrams. That's not the lightest.
Well, okay. I see my Dilantin levels comes up like 13, 14.
All right, that's fine.
It takes the 100 milligram tablet 9 times a day, Drew.
The lightest possible dose. But listen, I doubt that has anything significant to do with why you have that peculiar reaction.
All right, but what will pot do to you if you're epileptic? Probably be better.
No.
Calm me down a little bit.
No. I suspect it lowers seizure threshold a little bit, but it's not a prominent feature.
How do you know about that?
Well, no, I mean, what happens if you have a seizure?
Well, the one that causes seizures is cocaine. That one causes seizures.
What happens if you have a seizure and you're
high?
High, yeah.
It bums your trip, man.
I guess so.
Someone putting a wall in your mouth is a real bummer when you're stoned. Drew, I would think it would help because it would calm you down.
It's a central nervous system depressant, and sometimes those help, but I'm not sure that's the case with this drug.
What about booze? Is that good for epileptic seizure?
No, it induces seizure.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
See?
And withdrawal is even more common.
Another reason to smoke marijuana. All right, when we come back, we'll talk more to Catherine Bell from JAG, more from Dr. Drew from Pasadena, and all that after this. All right, the Loveline, Catherine Bell from JAG is here, and we will be back in 10 seconds. Loveline, I'm Adam Carolla. He is Dr. Drew. She's Catherine Bell from JAG. Tuesdays, 8 o'clock. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number, 310-854-495. And Drew and I were talking during the break. For those of you who listen to the show, a lot of you know I got a big lump. The lucky lump. Would you like to rub it, Catherine?
Yes, I would. Thank you.
Come on, one more time.
Again. Ooh.
All right, now feel the other hand in contrast.
That's
smooth.
bad.
Nothing there, but then that big thing there. So I got this big lump in the palm of my hand, and it needs to be drained. And it's been around for years, but it's really starting to hurt, and I can't. It's hurting the mobility of my wrist. And this is my bread and butter hand. It's actually just a butter hand, actually.
The lubricant hand you're talking about.
No, I'm not a lubricant.
Butter, huh?
No, I'm margarine, man.
Margarine.
Putting the penis on a diet. I'm left-handed, but it's my good hand. I need it for a multitude of things. And the point is I want Drew to drain the lucky lump. And I think he can do it, although he swears it's not going to work.
He thinks it's a bad idea.
I think it's a bad idea.
Why?
Well, it's going to reform very quickly.
So what?
And all you're doing, and I think that thing is contiguous with your joint, with the wrist, and you're potentially exposing a sterile area to the outside world. It can get your joint infected. Could be a big mess. Could be a big mess.
Yeah, but if you really loved me, you'd drain it, right?
I will do it, and especially if you have a hand surgeon give a blessing to that. I'll be happy to do it. But
no, when you say blessing, you just mean consent. He doesn't
Consent.
actually perform some sort of ceremony over my hand.
So much the better.
Baptism sort of thing.
I'd like a guy mix a little religion in with his surgery.
Some holy water.
All right, so then, Drew, you would then just slice the lump.
Just tiny slice.
With, what do you use?
Scalpel.
Knitting needle? Scalpel? Is that like an X-Acto knife? Yeah?
Kind of.
And what would you do to numb it? I'd like a general anesthetic.
No,
I don't
I
want
would just
anything
give you
local.
some-
Oh, please, I'm going to be put under. I'll start laughing.
We'll give you nitrous, and then we'll give you the local.
Do you have nitrous at the office?
No.
Where would you do this?
Right here if you want.
Oh, can we do it on the air? That's good radio, Ann.
Weird.
We'll book my hand. And Drew will perform minor surgery on my hand over the air. That sounds good. Why don't we do that tomorrow night, Drew?
You see the hand surgeon first.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
All right. Can I see him tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't have a guest tomorrow night. Let's make the scalpel the guest tomorrow night.
You see the hand surgeon
What, that
first.
big thing on your palm?
Yeah, big lump.
Ew.
Yeah. And when it's really starting to hurt, so it's getting all inflamed now, and I'm really starting to think about it.
Get out the X-Acto knife.
That's what he wants to do.
I've popped it before.
Oof.
I mean, I popped it when I was playing these midgets in basketball. You remember that, Ann? We did that on K-Rock.
Yeah.
Midgets beat us playing basketball. Anyway, one of the little midgets. That's a little redundant, isn't it? The little midgets. One of the goddamn midgets pushed me on a fast break into the wall, and I slammed it, and it popped, but it came back almost immediately.
And that's what's going to happen if we drain it.
All right. I still think it would be good radio, Drew. Don't you think, Catherine?
I think I'd like to see that. Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Yeah, you being
The medical background. Maybe I could help.
Pre-med.
I could hold you down and maybe
Oh, yeah. You pin me. I wouldn't need the anesthetic.
distract you.
Why don't we do the whole thing out of your hot tub? We'll do a remote.
Great.
Tell your husband we're coming from the studio. We sneak up to the hot tub. That'd get me nice and relaxed.
David.
Yep.
26.
Oh, there'd be a lot of fluid drained.
What's going on?
You're 26. What's going on? Hey, wait a minute. Didn't you just say that, Drew?
David?
Yep.
What can we do for you?
Okay. I've never been able to reach orgasm with oral sex. I've had a couple of girlfriends really make it a mission to try to make me reach orgasm with oral sex, but it's never been a, they can go on for.
Interesting the way he phrased that. Did you hear that?
In what way?
These girls try to make me have that.
Well, no, I don't mean it. I don't
No,
mean
it's
like
an
I'm some
interesting-
stud or superhero or anything like that.
No,
That's
it's
not the case.
quite interesting that you would respond that way, too. It's interesting. Is it an unpleasant experience for you?
No, it's a great experience. I certainly enjoy it,
Mm-hmm.
but I've just never been able to reach orgasm.
How easily do you reach orgasm through regular intercourse?
Is not any. I mean, I've never had a problem with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've had guys say this. I complain about this. I personally have never had that problem. As a matter of fact, this is what I
Quite
prefer.
the opposite, probably.
Yeah. Well, you can never. You can't premature orgasm during oral sex.
No?
No. As women, for women, it's just, well, it's over that much faster. God bless you. Thank you very much. I mean, when a woman performs oral sex on you, it's like a prostitute doing it. They're just happy to get it over with and just be done. But you know what I'm saying. You don't want to get down there for
She's
an
disagreeing
hour
with you.
and 45 minutes. You do? Hour? Really? Hour and 45 minutes?
Well,
Really?
Why not?
Okay, good night.
Yeah.
Adam's leaving.
Drew, I think the lights are on in your car. Go ahead and check that. No, but I mean, all right. Maybe if you're trying to impress a guy or something like that, but certainly after you've been in a relationship for a while and you've been around the same guy for some time and everything, you don't need to be down there for anything over 10 minutes or so.
I think you're hanging out with the wrong women,
Really?
personally.
Wow. Wow. Oh, this bastard husband of yours. I can't believe this guy.
He's right there, too.
Wow. Yeah, but he's not good for an hour and a half. That's an accumulation. That's like a month's worth of oral sex, right? Oh, please. Oh, imagine what goes on in this hot tub. I would dump 40 gallons of chlorine into that thing before I even put my big toe in there to see how warm the water was. God knows what's going on in that tub. All right, well, David?
Yep.
Well, first off, I don't think it has anything to do with the women. It has something to do with you. And a lot of guys just don't appreciate this like they should. And I don't know if there's any cure for this. It just seems like some guys are capable of this and some guys aren't. And Lord knows you've experimented on a few women. You've had a few different techniques employed on your behalf, and they've all tried. God bless them. They've
You gotta
tried.
remember, these at one time were considered deviant behaviors, too.
They're what?
At one time.
True. Good angle. Are you religious at all, David?
Just to the point, yeah.
Aha! True, everybody.
But
see
I don't.
that?
I don't think it's anything wrong. I mean, I certainly enjoy it.
You don't, but your penis is devout. Catholic penis.
There are a lot of forces that come to bear on what people's preferences are.
Very interesting, Drew.
And,
Very astute.
And in your case, it has. And you've talked about it in terms of it being done to you, and there's sort of an aggressive quality to it, and there's all this negative feeling about it from your maybe moral, religious.
David has the penis of a priest, and Catherine has the mouth of Satan. I think that's basically what we've established so far.
But it's no big deal, David. Right? Don't worry about it.
Well, I'm not. I mean, is this something that I've always,
dreamt of?
Yeah, I mean,
me too.
It's never happened, and I mean, like I said, I've had.
All right, well, wait a minute.
Have you had a girlfriend?
Excuse me?
You had a relationship? Had a girlfriend? A long-term thing?
Uh-huh. I'm currently in a long-term relationship.
What about when you pleasure yourself, David?
Not a problem.
No problem.
No problem.
Like 3 minutes, right?
Oh, if that.
Steph has
Depending
a
on the
kind of
situation.
block on the whole. Maybe it's too intimate or something.
Something. It means something to him, and
It could be a mixture here between physical sensation and an emotional thing. You never know. It may not be black and white. There
And
may
a
be
religious thing.
Right. That would be the moral or spiritual or emotional part of it, and then some just could be a physical sensation. Although you say you have no trouble orgasming when you're performing sex, right?
No, not a problem.
Yeah. So I would go more the emotional side. All right. So David, here's what you need to do. You need to. What kind of music you listen to?
I like rock.
All right. Well, that's a start. You need to pledge your soul to Satan, and then what you need to do is sort of get yourself started. You know what I mean? Like manually.
Right.
And then see if she can just come in and sort of mop up a little bit or finish off or something like that.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
And then you'll have the, it'll be like a moral victory. I mean, technically, you kind of did 80% of the work yourself, but practically, not practically, but at least, what word am I looking for here, Drew? It'll be a moral victory in the sense that her mouth was around that area when you had the orgasm. And then you just sort of work down from that. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Does it make sense, Catherine?
I think once you get past the block of
right.
See,
being
there
able to do
are
it.
theories out there about how and why men fear women, and certain parts of women, and certain behaviors with women. And this may be one of those issues of being consumed and annihilated and aggressed against. And this is the way he described it. Just sounded like he was a little bit overwhelmed by it. So it may still everything may shut down as soon as it starts again.
All right, so it's an emotional and a psychological thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Manny.
I bet you could shake him loose from that block.
Hi, Manny.
Manny, you're 18.
Yeah, I'm 18.
What's going on?
I got a question for you about a cigarette I smoke. You ever heard of what's called a clove?
Yeah.
Clove. It's by a company called Jarum, and it's made in Indonesia.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, I don't know anything about this cigarette.
I don't know much about it. I've read studies on animals where animals exposed to large doses of this stuff have had cardiac arrests and things, and there's concern about bronchitis and airway problems, just the way with any inhaled volatilized substance. But I'm not aware of any specific problems that are specifically related to cloves.
People have smoked those for quite some time, but and I've always heard stories about them, but I never had anything confirmed.
Yeah.
And I've heard similar stories, like people coughing up blood.
Sure.
Go about clove cigarettes, smoking fiberglass insulation, coughing up blood.
And why I cannot get over the fact that people hear certain wives' tales and they stick. That what was it? Was it you inhaled cocaine or something? Your lungs would freeze, and if now it's cloves, you cough up blood. I mean, why do those things mean something?
Right,
But when I say the
spinal
real
fluid in the ecstasy,
ecstasy, spinal fluid drains out of your spine. I mean, those things don't mean anything. And they have no issue. Those are not relevant medically as compared to the real serious consequences that actually occur from these substances.
You know, Rod Stewart drank like 8 gallons of semen, though. That's true. That's totally true.
Totally true.
You asked him when he was up here.
Did I ask him that?
Yeah, of course you do.
Boy.
You've got such great poise.
Jesus Christ, what am I thinking?
Tactful.
I didn't ask him anything like that, did I? Did I? I asked him about his penis. Rod Stewart's not circumcised.
He's not?
Yeah, he's from England, you know.
They don't do that there?
No. You know why? Because they play a lot of soccer, and I can't remember the rest.
Oh,
But
okay.
that's
But
somehow it
soccer.
helps with the equilibrium somehow when you're doing a lot of running. Hey, Catherine,
Yeah?
you're 22.
Yes.
You're on with Catherine Bell. She's from JAG. Yeah.
Well, I have 2 questions, sort of problems, actually. I've been with my partner for a year, and when we first got together, we lived together, we had sex all the time, and it was great, wonderful, no problems on either end, sex lasted forever, both orgasmed, we're happy. And recently...
Like a kid's book about getting it on.
Recently, in this past June, actually, I had laser surgery for HPV, and I started having some problems after the surgery.
Pain?
Yeah.
So that's laser on the crotch. That's the human papilloma virus.
Yeah.
See what I know from this
Wow. What is that?
show? That's like warts on the crotch area there.
On the cervix.
Yeah.
That's on the cervix?
Yeah.
They got to shoot the laser up in there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and
Wow.
when I would have sex, it
Really got to hold
like
still.
a sunburn feeling, like it hurt to urinate after going, and having sex and the whole deal, almost like if you had a yeast infection, but I didn't have a yeast infection, so
You were checked.
yeah.
Okay.
And so I've been having this problem. So naturally, I didn't really kind of want to have sex. Well, now it's gotten to the point where I have no libido at all.
Are you on any medication?
I'm on birth control pills, and I've been on those for a year.
And over what period of time have you lost the libido?
Within the past maybe 4 or 5 months.
And the entire time, it's been 4 or 5 months that you've had pain with intercourse, this burning feeling.
Yeah, probably.
Is that laser a handheld laser?
I really couldn't tell you.
Or is it mounted on something?
It's mounted.
I don't
It's
know.
mounted? Like in Dr. No? Remember when James Bond was
like
on that thing?
Impossible Voyage, when they put them inside that body in the little submarine.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Which one's Raquel Welch? Wasn't Raquel Welch in that?
That's that one.
Oh man, that was great. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. But do they? But what do you mean? You get up on the stirrups and they?
I've not seen.
All right, Catherine.
Yes.
What do they do? You get up on the gynecological table?
Well, I really don't know what happened for the laser surgery because I was put to sleep for that. I had to have a biopsy done, and because I have a heart condition, they had to give me not oral antibiotics, but an IV antibiotics.
What, do you have mitral prolapse or something?
Yeah, I have a tiny hole in my left ventricle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I have mitral valve prolapse as well. And so they had to give me the IV antibiotics. And I had a really bad scenario with that. They actually, one of the antibiotics they gave me, I was allergic to. And near the end of the procedure, my scalp started to itch really bad. And it was like, I came out and I couldn't stop scratching my head, and I had turned like this bright pink purple, like you could see like my veins had reached the top of my skin and everything. It was really bad. So, I mean, I've had bad experiences, and I actually started having an allergic reaction the second time when I went in for the actual laser surgery to one of the antibiotics, because they thought it was just the sulfur I was allergic to, the clotting mechanism and the stuff, and it turns out I was actually allergic to the antibiotic. We found out the second time. So both times I've had the surgery, I've had something bad happen in association with it.
So you think you're just sort of being conditioned to lose your interest in sex. I'm a little disturbed about the fact that you have burning still with intercourse, because that just doesn't fit. Whether you should have a course of antibiotics or whether things are properly estrogenized or what's going on there, I would excuse me, keep going back until you get an explanation for that, because at least if there's some level of comfort, maybe things would start to get back in again. It's almost like she's been sort of, it's like training an animal with a negative punishment. She gets electrocuted every time she moves in a certain direction, and it stops moving in that direction.
Yeah, listen, I wouldn't be into sex if I had that much going on down there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get my, penis caught in the zipper, and I'm out for 6 months.
6 months?
I thought you were going to say 6 hours.
6 months.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, 6 down. I'd shave a few months off that for you. A little hot tub therapy, perhaps. Nurse me back to health. But no, I'm pretty sensitive, and I could see if you're up on the stirrups and they're firing like a Star Wars going on down in the crotch with the lasers and everything, and they're putting you all in all kinds of stuff. I could see where you just want to close up shop for a little while.
Sounds very dramatic.
Yeah, I would. All right, Paco.
Yeah, I just had a little bit of information about the clove spray I heard you talking about. With the clove cigarettes, if you smoke a regular cigarette and, say, put a paper towel or something across the filter, it leaves this little sticky residue. When you smoke a clove, it leaves a lot more sticky residue and whatnot, and it goes into your lungs and works almost the same way as cystic fibrosis, lung disease. And it makes it easier for viruses, bacteria, whatnot to get trapped in the lungs and cause infections. And with it being so harsh, then the blood vessels get a little bit inflamed, which allows little bit of blood to bleed in the lungs. But I've never seen anybody hack up blood.
Well, these are like Pakistani cigarettes or something?
Yeah, something of this sort. I've never smoked them or anything.
Yeah, I have. I remember they were pretty popular in the mid-'80s.
Yeah.
And
you get enough irritation in the airways, and you can get bleeding.
Hey, do these cultures, they just sit around and they smoke cloves, and they're sucking off the hookah pipe. They're smoking nothing but hash and cloves all day long. I mean, they're just smoking in some of these countries. Do they have huge cases of lung cancer, or they all just die of some sort of fecal-related illness in their 40s? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I assume, yes, they have more smoking-related problems, but they also have more other illnesses that they die of first, too.
Right.
Like the fecal-related.
Right, you'd be smoking up a storm. You'd be smoking the hash, and why not? You're going to die at 35 because some guy took a crap upstream. You might as well toke up and smoke the cloves now. Right, Drew? Okay. Right, Catherine? Yeah.
We're going to yell at her for...
What? What's she doing?
She's just answering the way I answer.
She's like kind of caught up in my aura a little bit here, I think.
We could stop this whole thing by just having a talk discussion.
It's like she's back. Oh, man. You still got the Corvallis outfit?
Uh-huh.
You do? Seriously? You put that on for the husband every once in a while? Once in a while. Oh. Blue and white checkered skirt.
Plaid, of course.
Yeah. With the white blouse. And you knew what level the girls were at, sophomore, freshman, junior, what have you, by the shoes they got to wear. I think the queen, seniors maybe wore the loafers. Mm-hmm. And then the juniors got to wear, like, I don't know, topsiders or stiletto pumps or something.
No pumps. But you couldn't have it. It had to be below your knee.
The skirt did?
So, yeah, but we would roll them up. And then if anyway, principal would come by and just unroll
hike up the skirts. This is like one big Van Halen video over there. It really was. There's nothing better than those outfits.
You made a damn sociologic study of this.
I swear to God, I was this close to taking the apartment. There was a...
Yeah, but just because you spend all your time standing on the street there staring in.
There was an apartment.
I mean, just because you almost took an apartment doesn't explain why you would have made such a study of this.
There's an apartment directly across Laurel Canyon in a beige building. Yeah, they tore it down and they built a huge complex, but it used to just be one. And there's a second floor with like a window facing out. And I thought, geez, what a place. I could just stay here and watch Recess and watch them, like, throw the utility ball around or do whatever it is they did. I never could figure out what they do with these schools during break. But the skirts and then the loafers and then the tennis shoes. How did it go?
I don't even remember. I just remember wearing kind of loafer tennis.
Yeah, she had to earn the loafers.
Had to earn the loafers. I think it's just that you got cooler as you got. You became a senior.
But you still got the outfit then?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Drew, you still got the outfit? No. All right. When we come back, what are we going to do, Drew?
We'll see what calls have come through by then.
Hello, this is Rod Stewart, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Just keep listening. You're going to hear everything you want to hear and all the answers too.
Yes, you will. Catherine Bell's here from JAG tonight. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-19. We're rolling on. Boy, I'm getting tired. Anyway, screw that phone number.
LUV? No.
What? You don't know the number. I'm not going to repeat it. Anyway, got a fax here for Catherine. What will become of her character on JAG since her character, Sarah, has left the service for private practice? How diminished where will her appearances be? Will be a reoccurring character. My wife and I think she is great and have watched the series since its pilot episode on NBC.
Wow.
Oh, it was on NBC.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened? They threw you guys off because you couldn't hit that giant xylophone with the giant stick? Is that to do those great promos?
I wasn't on NBC.
Oh, you weren't. Yeah, you came in. You came in after that year.
CBS. Yes.
Yeah. So what's going to happen? Because as I was watching last night, where I learned that Catherine's character, Happy McCall, was moving on to start opal mining in the Outback.
Yeah, we really know he watched last night because I came in tonight and said, a lot of people have emailed me and are complaining that they're worried I've left the show. And he says, well, why do they think you've left the show? I said, because I left last night in the episode.
But you're not really leaving.
Well, I can't tell you that. You're just going to have to tune in and
she's still driving to Valencia, so I suspect she's not left the show.
Right. She'll be on the show. Listen, what kind of strategy is that to make people believe you're leaving the show?
I know everyone got mad
and
to see you. The network and the producers today screaming and yelling, and it was ugly.
Yeah, I think TV just likes to stir it up every once in a while. She'll be on the show plenty. Don't worry. She's not going anywhere. She's got chlorine to buy and lozenges.
I'm going to threaten to leave our TV show.
True. I'll replace you with Dr. Art Uline like that. Are you kidding? I'll get your favorite guy. I'll dig up Viscott and put him in your place. He'll do a better job than you, please. All right. Or who's the other guy I like so much? Dean Adele. Oh, my idol, Dean Adele. The great Dean Adele will replace you. He looks like he has gigantism, that Dean Adele. He's like claymated. But that's fine. Still do better than Drew. Listen, I can work with anybody. Where the ratings would go up, Drew. You'll see.
Don't tell me.
All right, I'll screw you. You're not going anywhere. Winter,
Yeah,
you're 26.
yeah. 26 years old and seem to be having relationship problems.
Fine.
Well, my problem is I've been with this guy for about a year and a half now, and we keep going on again, off again, and the problem I'm having with him is I really love him, want to stay with him, but there seems to be no support. My life off and on has been up and down, and very severely so. It's gone from having a really good job to getting laid off to having a short-time drug addiction to being just fabulous, and when things aren't really good, he has no support. He turns into this very immature child who believes he has this childhood petulance about him, and he was not an only child, but the eldest child of a fairly large family, and his family was never very supportive. His parents are incredibly immature, and so he gets this spoiled brat attitude, like, I want to be spoiled, I want to live in the lap of luxury. What's your problem? Even though he's really fairly basic as far as his earnings and lifestyle.
I'm not following.
Is he listening now?
What was that?
Is he listening now?
No, he's not.
No. Sound like a message
Yeah, it
delivered
did
in
a
the
little
form
bit,
of a
didn't it?
question.
Yeah.
I'm on a cell phone. My question is do you guys have any advice as to what to do? Should I stay with somebody like this?
How long have you been with this guy?
About a year and a half, off and on.
And let me get clear what it is you're telling us, that when you are addicted...
Oh, no, that lasted for about a month, and that's long since over, but that was just one example of one of life's lows for me.
And what was the drug?
It was cocaine.
And during that time, you felt he was intrusive?
He was very intrusive, and that was one of the reasons why I started playing with it, was because I wanted something to make me feel better, to take... It made the drug reality was much nicer than the reality
he
itself.
forced you to the cocaine. You had no choice, really?
I had a choice. It was obviously a mistake.
Oh, okay.
Are you guys monogamous?
But yes, we are.
How's your, I gotta ask, is the hymen still intact, Winter?
on him, I'm not sure, but...
What about you?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
No, it isn't. No, I'm going with the affirmative there. You know it. Believe me, you know.
I would hope so.
Ant crawls on my ass, I scream. All right, so, I don't know. It sounds like this guy's kind of petty and catty, and it sounds like a big pain in the ass, this guy. Is he real good looking?
He's fairly good looking, but I've always been the natural leader. I've always been the one who people look up to. But underneath all of it, I've always had this terror of being alone, of dying alone, of just, not being with somebody. And I'm not shy on every other stance but that one. But approaching somebody in dating and things like that, fear turns into abject terror. And so the idea of finding somebody else is really hard.
Chaos.
But you shouldn't stick with someone just because you're afraid of finding someone else.
That's true, of being alone.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't tease out who's got what kind of pathology here. There's all kind of
Winter sounds a little chaotic.
Yeah.
Winter sounds a little. I'm picking up something in your voice, Winter. You have some energy to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that?
That's the ordering at the restaurant.
How's your environment growing up?
My environment growing up was actually fairly blasé.
Except?
My parents were fairly cold emotionally. My mother is extremely emotionally, but not physically abusive. And we get along off and on, and I pretty much disowned them.
That's Drew's big gay theory, by the way.
What is Drew's big gay
That's
theory?
not my big gay theory.
Yeah. Oh, please, it is Drew. Usually the over-domineering sort of emotionally distant moms.
No, Mom was very emotionally close enough to terrorize me, and to the point to where even at 26 years old, she's still the only human on earth who can put me into tears in less than 5 minutes.
That's not emotionally close, terrorizing you.
She knows what my emotions are. She can track me. It's almost like she's some kind of emotional...
All right, so it's an evil mom. That's Drew's theory. If you have an evil mom, you turn gay.
It's not my theory, but there is such a theory out there.
All right, but you endorse that theory.
What about the father, distant father?
And the father was he was fairly emotionally distant in all reality, but friendly. I mean, we get along for very short periods of time. My mother, if she stays down here, because she lives in Alaska, and she comes down to the lower 48 to visit, and if she's down here for any more than a week, I about want to kill her.
How old were you when you first started having sex?
I had my first, I lost my virginity at 16, but I didn't actually start an active sex lifestyle. I didn't have it again until I was 19.
This is with women, or not with women, with guys?
This is not with women, this is with men. I knew I was gay, and so I stuck with it. I didn't try and play straight.
Oh, you did?
No,
that's good.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyway, I'm hearing something in your voice. You got some energy, a little unfinished business.
Well, I'm losing my voice for starters.
This guy's probably a big pain in the ass.
The guy is kind of the way he describes his mom and the way he describes this guy are kind of similar.
Ooh, very interesting there, Winter.
Yeah, although the man I'm dating is not really as vicious as my mother, nor is he as intellectual.
Okay, so that's about
He's
even.
sweet, but he's not very bright. I mean, that really is not a good way to put it.
Listen, I don't know. It just doesn't sound like he really respects the guy too much. Doesn't sound like he thinks he's that great a person or anything like that. It just sort of seems like he's with him, A, for the sex, and B, because he's scared to be alone, and C, because he thinks he's going to have difficulty finding someone else, so he's making do.
And D, he looks for abusive relationships, and this guy fit that bill.
And F, I was trying to work a joke in where I used F and then ass right after it. Thought it'd be kind of funny, you know.
But it
it didn't really work out. Let me tell you something. They're not all singers.
She's
2 hours
been
of
here
radio
too.
to
She
kill.
understands that.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's not bad, right?
No, you're
I'm
not
pretty
at all.
tired.
Yeah, it's late.
Yeah, that's attractive view, that sense of humor.
Don't cut him any slack.
I just want to know.
He abuses everybody else in the studio and all around here. Like,
but aren't women attracted to a sense of humor?
Absolutely.
They always say they are, but it just never seems to be. It never seems to work out that way. And it's like, I'm really attracted to a guy with a sense of humor.
Maybe you want to ask what they're repulsed by.
And then you see him like that weekend, and it's like they're with Lorenzo Lamas or Dave Faustino or something, and you go,
they're
what having a sense of humor? Oh, they're dating Kato Kalin.
Oh.
All right. You don't care about a guy's looks. You got to have a good sense of humor, right?
Well, sense of humor is very important. They all are. All those things.
That's
it's
all
a package
right.
thing.
All right. So you're saying the penis size? Oh, no. Okay. That's all inclusive. I see what you're saying. Shannon.
Hi, guys. How's it going?
Good. You're 16. You're going to tell us your problem, then we're going to go to break.
Okay, that's fine. I'm having trouble dealing with this girl at school, and she's on my team.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
All right. No, that's no good. That's horrible. No one's going to stick around for that. Kara?
Yeah, hi.
You're 17. Yeah, what's going on?
I broke up with my boyfriend of like 6 years yesterday. One of the reasons being he's addicted to pornography.
Okay, hold it right there. All right, that's good, right? That's something we can get into. I bet you got a couple of movies around the house. And you're probably okay with your husband checking that out once in a while, right? That's one of the yardsticks, Drew. Isn't that one of my yardsticks, how I measure women?
Personal rating scale?
Yeah. Here's the two things. How big a pain in the ass a woman is to go eat with. Because a lot of women, like, if you go out with Drew's wife, she's like a chemist. She has to invent her own salad dressing everywhere she goes. Everywhere she goes. She really is. She's like, I think she wants to work at Dow. She just shows up with a graduated cylinder and a Bunsen burner. And even if they have 170 dressings, she's got to invent a 171. See, that I don't need that. I just like them to order right off the menu. And the other one is the woman okay with a little, magazine lying around the bathroom or movie in the VCR once in a while? You seem like you'd be all right with that.
Well.
Yeah, that's right. Because it's your movie. That's why. All right.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey. No, I don't mean you're in it. I just mean, you don't mind a little that. All right. When we come back, we'll find out what's up with Kara and her addicted porno. You all right there, Drew?
I'm fine.
Her addicted boyfriend.
Hey, this is Matthew Sweet, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
What's that? All right. Catherine Bell is here. She's on JAG. Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock, CBS. Currently the hottest, most highly rated show on CBS. And that's not just Tuesday nights. That's every night. Beats the crap out of 60 Minutes. It kills. Murder, She Wrote. I don't know. What else is on CBS? Is there anything else on? They should just run 60 Minutes.
Nothing else. Nothing else.
It beats the crap out of Jane Laidlaw, Frontier Nurse. It beats Ted Hardwick, Flight Doctor. This is a series I'm working on. Really? I got a concept for a series. It's a guy. You know how they invent jobs that don't really exist for TV series?
Yeah. This
guy's a flight doctor. Okay. He is a doctor that flies on international flights, long flights.
Just sits there on the Concorde.
Yeah, in case, because you always see these movies of the week and stuff where they go, botulism at 40,000 feet or something. It's always, for some reason, the biggest, all TV can come up with is some guy comes down with whooping cough on a flight to Denver. I don't know why. I've flown 1,000,000 miles. I've never had a guy so much as sneeze, and if he does, screw him. We're flying on, and we'll land when we land, and there'll be someone waiting for him. But anyway, it's always a big deal. So this guy, this Ted Hardwick, flight doctor, he's this flight doctor. He's always bedding down a new stewardess. Every show begins with him in a different port of call somewhere. When he's in Paris, he's here, he's there. And each one starts with the travel alarm going off and him reaching over and slapping it. And a very beautiful girl, maybe a Swedish girl or a Spanish girl, whatever country he's in, doesn't want him to leave. But he has to leave. He drives a sports car right out onto the tarmac and gets onto the plane.
Maybe the same day every time? Repeats the same day over and over again?
What do you mean the same day? No.
Groundhog Day sort of thing?
No, please. Hey, shut Drew's mic. Mike, shut Drew's mic off, please. So, he's with a new stewardess every time, and he gets on the plane, and of course, it's not just all about medicine. He's disarming bombs.
Oh,
He's taking on terrorists.
It's a little James Bond.
He's delivering babies. Yeah, that's what it is. He's having to land the plane every third episode because something happened to the pilot. And then the real kicker is he uses medical techniques to fix the plane on occasion. Let's say the hydraulic systems on the Fritz.
You've been thinking about this for a while.
Oh, yeah. I worked the whole thing out.
Wow.
The hydraulic systems on the Fritz and the landing gear won't go down. He has to do a bypass.
MacGyver.
It's MacGyver at 35,000 feet. Dr. MacGyver, a flight doctor. That's good. It's a little redundant, but it's good. Oh, this could be a good Friday night series. And there's a hot-looking sort of Montepenny type who's an air traffic controller who he never sees, but he's always talking to her and always promising a date. Hold on. Turn Drew's mic back on. He has some ideas now.
She actually likes him. You can pick up on that, but he never notices.
No, he toys with her a little bit.
You want them to get together, and the whole time
He's
you're
always
hoping that
promising a date, but it never happens. All the stewardesses dig him, though. You know?
All right, enough of your fantasies. Let's go.
Yes, okay.
Ted Hardwick, flight doctor.
MacGyver.
I mean, Dr. MacGyver, flight doctor. This is huge. Yeah.
Just comma MD at the end.
Where were we, Drew?
6.
Oh, 6? Yeah. Kara.
Yeah.
You're 17.
Yes. Want me to repeat my problem?
Hold on. I had this other idea for a series.
Oh, my God. This is like some kind of Chinese water torture.
It's called The Special Guys, and it's just an hour of good-looking guys rappelling. Ooh. They're just rappelling off of stuff.
They
off of helicopters, off buildings, in tuxedos.
Aren't there 12 shows like that on the air right now?
Yeah, this is going to be the 13th, but this one's called The Special Guys.
You've named all the guys already, too.
Kara?
Yeah.
All right, so what's going on there?
Okay. I broke up with him yesterday because, or one of the many reasons, is because he's addicted to pornography.
What are some of the other reasons?
Well, he's in a wheelchair. He's paralyzed, and he just got a new apartment. And he stays inside all day.
What was the injury?
A gunshot.
Uh-huh.
Oh, boy, that's good. Hold on 1 second. Last series.
Oh, God.
True real-life stories of the U.S. Patent Office.
Wow.
This is a hard-hitting drama here. We have good-looking actors working at the patent office, but people come in and try to get things like registered and patents and stuff.
True stories.
This sounds thrilling.
It's a different invention each time.
Wow.
True stories of the post office.
I was going to go with the agricultural inspection office, but I went with the patent office because that hasn't been done.
This could just crush in the ratings, kind of like World's Scariest.
It'd be huge.
Chases.
And Drew and I got a series called Coffee and Donuts coming up.
Oh,
where
yeah.
Poe's going to write.
Poe, the singer.
Yeah.
She's going to write it for us. It's a buddy cop thing, and my name is Tony Donetti, but I'm Donuts, and I'm a tough Chicago streetwise punk who's
play by your own rules.
I play by my own rules. That's the twist. And Drew is Coffee. He's Charles Coffee, and he plays by the rules. And we make this couple, but it's really odd because he's real straight laced, and I'm way out of bounds. I'm a loose cannon. It's never been done.
I'm the coroner.
Yeah,
Never
he plays a forensic doctor, and I play this guy, and I call him Stiffs, and he gets really mad when I call it a cadaver stiff. He wants to be called. Yeah, perfect music. Mike, you do the mic. You do the music for it. Danetti, coffee in my office right now. We got a big black sergeant who yells at us every week.
This is really original. Wow.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's better than anything that's on. All right, so Kara, what happened that your boyfriend got shot?
His stepbrother shot him when he was 11.
Oh, well,
On purpose.
Oh, on purpose.
With the gun his mother had in the house for protection.
Well, that's why we need more guns. That's why the NRA is doing such a fantastic service.
He
to the
isolated
citizens of the country.
He spent his
We need more
time
of those.
isolated, spent his time looking at porn. What else?
He's been unmotivated to do anything. He sits in the house all day. For the past month, we haven't communicated at all. He's obviously having some problems, doesn't want to try to work things out with me. The whole pornography, he denies that he even does it. Like, I'm okay with it a little bit.
Hold on. It's not just... The pornography is sort of one of many symptoms here. So let's look at the big picture. Is he smoking pot or doing drugs every day?
Well, he has drug addiction.
Okay, so he's an addict on multiple things. He's isolated, withdrawn. He's losing his relationship.
How old is he?
He's 19.
And this is just about addiction. This is about being an addict, being depressed,
right,
and withdrawing.
How'd you get hooked up with him, Kara?
In junior high school.
You got hooked up in junior high?
Yeah, I'm a senior now. I've been with him for a really long time, and that's why.
Look, you left. It took a long time to realize what you were dealing with, and
no. It's always been like this. Like, I've always known that he's had an addiction problem.
You need to work on your own codependency. The healthiest thing you've done, obviously, is leave.
Exactly. And
I wonder if the first piece of codependency was going out with a guy in a wheelchair. I don't mean to make it sound... God bless you for going out with a guy in a wheelchair, but you know what I mean? That is a pretty codependent choice to make, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Right, and I care about him, and I don't want to see him go back to... Because he was doing well.
Well, he's an addict, and if he's not being treated for his addiction, it will progress. And if you're losing you is not catching his attention, there's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, that's true.
You need to go to some Al-Anon or something for yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're just going to jump onto another addict of some type from here.
I was thinking a lot about coffee and donuts for most of the call. What a huge show this could be. But he has function down there? All right.
He actually got the Caverject, Dr. Drew, I'm sure you know.
I brought in the whole thing for you on that.
He brought in a little lucite penis, which has mysteriously disappeared, although Ann always is giggling on her way out to the car. I don't know if she stole that or not, but you inject your penis with a syringe, right?
And it doesn't bother him because he's paralyzed. He can't feel it, so...
Right, and it works for him?
Well, it's not... It hasn't been that effective. He gets hard. He can get hard without it, but he gets hard for probably about 20 minutes, and you have to keep it down. Otherwise, like if you put it up, his penis, then it gets soft. So there's kind of some...
So he has to wear his penis down?
Yes.
If he wears it in a bun, it would lose the blood.
Yeah.
Wow.
But he...
And does he have a sensation when he has an orgasm?
Well, and that's the other thing is that he says that he can ejaculate, and I've seen him do it once, but like he can't get off unless I get off, and I won't have sex with him because he's doing pornography, so it's like a big circle.
Well, look,
how isn't this pornography sort of benign though? How can he pleasure himself to it?
See, it's just an addiction. I don't know. He can't.
Right, he doesn't give himself the Caverject thing?
No. Why would he do that? No.
I'd do it. Well, wouldn't you?
If you couldn't feel it, you'd just be, I don't know. But
I don't know. I just hate to see pornography get a bad name. I really do.
But the Carolla, look, it's a dysfunctional situation. You obviously got this tendency to pick up on people who need fixing and who are addicted. You need to work on yourself. You're just going to do the same thing all over again.
Okay.
Or you're going to keep going back to this situation, and it's never going to get better. And if you get better, actually, interestingly, when the codependents get serious and start working on themselves, that's one thing the addicts somehow pick up on, and sometimes that will motivate them sufficiently to begin working on their disorder.
Because they figure the person is serious about...
No, it's just they really are losing the person at that point.
Well,
and
that's what I'm saying.
Abandonment is a serious issue for an addict, and they sometimes respond to that. The threats of abandonment and the leaving and all that is not real abandonment until the person actually starts changing, because they know that they'll see the charade.
But Catherine, you're all right with a little pornography around the house, right?
You've asked her that 18 times.
I know, but she didn't really answer. I said we'd get to it when we got back. You're all right with
If my
that?
mom's listening or something.
Well, it's not like you were in them or you went out and produced one. It's just
I didn't have a moral problem.
hubby
with
brought
it.
one home, and you didn't freak out about it. You're secure with yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see that? It's all about security. See? Scoring very high, by the way.
Am I?
Yeah. Well, I don't really have much of a list. It's just the eating and the pornography part. Really, the staples of life, if you think about it. You know, right, Drew?
Yeah.
Okay. Drew's checked out. He's done with the show. All right. We will come back to wrap up and wrap down with Catherine Bell from JAG and Dr. Drew all after this.